I think I got into geology kind of being a big kid, never growing up. I love volcanoes, I love things blowing up. I used to go looking for fossils out in the hills near my house back in the UK. Yeah, so I think I've always liked rocks ever since I was a kid. I really enjoyed my experience at university. I was inspired by teachers that I had at university, and I wanted to keep doing what I was doing. As part of my volcano research, I was lucky enough to be mentored by Carl Wyman, who's a Nobel laureate, and he'd been given a lot of money by the University of British Columbia to promote teaching, science teaching in particular, and I got to spend almost a year working directly with him, being trained how to teach, learning about the research around teaching, and really growing as a teacher. And it was really a rare opportunity. I don't think many academics in the tertiary sector get this type of opportunity.
I think the thing that makes being a good teacher is he's extremely enthusiastic about what he does, and it rubs off on us as students, and it makes teaching us easier.
He'll bring in a fun way of learning, so it might be making fudge to look at the viscosity of lava, or using M&Ms to work out the composition of magma chambers.
I'm all about fun. That's what drives me. I think research is fun, I think teaching is fun, I think learning is fun. So that drives me, but I'm also very rooted in the research that supports good teaching, and that's one thing I learned from Carl Wyman, is there's a lot of research that explains how to teach, and so I've really tried to use that research to inform how I teach and to do a better job. And that's just involved working hard, reading papers, developing an educational research community around me and around geology to improve and to constantly update my teaching methods.
I took one of Ben's fourth year papers that had a big field component, so we got to spend 2 weeks out in the field learning about volcanoes and getting to see what everything looked like in real life rather than just learning it from a book. And Ben was always out in the field with us. We would have mini lectures and then go and see something where we could relate what we just learned to what we were seeing. He has also been out in the field with me as a thesis or supervisor, and he's always super supportive and willing to teach you something, and you don't feel like an idiot asking questions. So even though I am doing my PhD, I still learn a lot from Ben as well. He'll treat you like a colleague and ask you questions and bounce ideas off you, same as what I would. And then you kind of come up with awesome ideas and awesome conclusions, and it just makes fieldwork and being his student really fun and a really good learning environment.
He treats a question about teaching and learning in the same way that he treats any other research questions, so with the same standards of evidence and the same level of academic rigor. To me, that really signifies the research-led and research-informed teaching, where it's research not just in the discipline, but also research in education and research in the teaching and learning of that particular discipline.
I appreciate that not all students are like me. Maybe they're not all motivated by simply having fun or blowing stuff up. A lot of them are much more conscientious. They fundamentally want to save lives, they want to save the planet, or they want to make money, they want to get a job. So I leave space for this in my class, and I create opportunities to use these other motivational areas for the students. So by creating, hands-on, real-world examples or things related to future careers, or links to saving the planet and climate change. So hopefully I provide all sorts of opportunities, beyond the kind of childish, blowing up stuff that motivates me. I appreciate everyone's different.